Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your monthly reading for March 2024. This is for Cancer and Cancer rising, and we're going to jump right into it. March is a loaded month, and it is a beautiful, gorgeous, amazing, refreshing, very energetic month. I absolutely love March. It's also going to be very emotionally moving. It's going to be very spiritual. It's going to be very healing. And we're going to talk about this, and you are definitely going to feel it the most. I wouldn't say the most, but like among the most out of all the signs, like you're up there, like top 3. And I'm going to tell you why in a second, but just know that listen, February was really intense. We had 8 conjunctions. We had a lot of Pluto activity, a lot of power activity. I mean, and so what this month is, March, it's almost like taking all that energy, taking all that power, empowerment, and using it this month, okay? Really to propel you forward, okay? It's your video. You're in a video game. You're that character that got all the power from whatever it is, the gold coins that you touched. And now you're moving on to the next level of your video game, okay, of your life. This is absolutely amazing. A lot of compassion in March too. It really is just such a nice feel-good month. One of the reasons why is we are moving into Aries season. We do have the equinox, and the sun is exalted in Aries, so there is a sense of like freshness, this new beginning that's really happening. Now, the other thing is we have 0 retrogrades. And let me just remind you that this is the last month of the year where we have no retrogrades. So use this to your advantage and you will feel propelled forward. There's nothing holding you back now. Yes, you can do your happy dance. Now, the other thing that's happening this month is we have Venus and Mars moving into Pisces, which is going to be really big for you. That everything that's happening in Pisces, first half of the month. We also have a new moon in Pisces. Okay, we're going to talk about that. It's a really, really big one. Okay, this is all in your 9th house of spirituality. All right, all in your 9th house of spirituality, your belief system, your philosophies, even education is a big thing here as well. All right, there could be some of y'all thinking about teaching something new, maybe, learning something new, maybe going to school, maybe, we'll talk about this. It's also long distance travel, publishing. I hope you're working on a book. You got a lot, and listen, publishing and broadcasting, okay? 9th house activity as well. And there's just so much activity in the 9th house for you with all these planets in Pisces. So keep that in mind. Now, the last thing is Mercury. So here's the fun news about Mercury is that Mercury is actually moving into Aries. Now, this is going to be really big for you, and you're going to see a lot of forward momentum in terms of career. All right, if you're here for career, if you're not here for career, what are you putting all your energy into? What are you like? It's almost like, what do you want to be known for? Where are you putting all your eggs in that basket? It's also 10th house is honors, achievements, and whatnot. But we'll talk about this again later when I break it down a little bit more. But just know that Mercury moving into Aries, that's going to happen. I think on the 9th. It's going to be there, not for 2 weeks, not for 3 weeks, 2.5 months. Major. We'll talk about this. I'll tell you why. But again, you are possibly going to have a lot of conversations around work, okay? Around work. Now, the last thing, we have officially moved into eclipse season. So we have our first eclipse. We have a full moon lunar eclipse in Libra at the end of the month. All right. So remember, these are all connected to the shifting of the nodes, the lunar nodes that I've been talking about every month. And it happened last year. And so the reason why I feel that a lot of Cancer will likely have some major moments in career is because we have the new moon solar eclipse in Aries next month in April. But before that, the South Node, the things that you have to leave behind, right? The things that you're letting go, the things that are coming to an end in your 4th house of home, So a lot of Cancers are possibly going to be moving. You're possibly going to be moving. You're possibly going to have some situations with home, family, children, parents, significant other, real estate, your domestic life, your the foundations of your life, where there's something coming to an end for new beginnings, okay? For all these new things, for you to make room for these new things, okay? And a lot of it may be just a big shift in career too, all right? So with that said, Cancer, let's get started. I want to make, did I kick everything? I made sure I got everything. I got everything. Let's see what's going on for you for March 2024. This is for Cancer and Cancer rising. And if you do want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, if you know your birth chart, you are absolutely welcome to and feel free to. So Cancer. Also, the other thing is, if you are new to my channel, after I do your spread, I break it down week by week. I tell you everything that's going on for you every week. And yes, this is in addition to the weekly readings that I do. So there's a lot happening that I didn't even cover. So anyway, Cancer, I do a traditional call to cross spread. It really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. And Cancer, I love y'all. Thanks so much for being here. The other thing about March is that, yes, it is going to be a month where if you are a creative type, if you are like an artist, a visionary, that you're going to love this month, especially when Venus goes into Pisces. Like, you're going to be in the zone. You're going to feel it. It's going to feel really great. Okay, Cancer, let's get started. Oh yeah, there you go. You're good. You're absolutely good. Yeah. You are definitely going to have a very spiritual month. And you are definitely going to be shifting the way that you see things. That is clear as day. And remember how I said, with this eclipse, letting things go for new things to come through, you are definitely going to be doing that. Almost like this big sacrifice that you may make as well for some Cancers, but in a great way. You're good. Let's get started. I'm going to point something out to you, okay? I usually do this at the end. I feel compelled to do it now. Look at your entire spread here. You have 3 major arcanas, and then you got 3 wands. That's it. That's rare. Wands are your passions, okay? Your ideas, creativity, also work related. Wands are enterprise. Wands are like work. And remember, your North Node, your true calling, your destiny, your purpose moved into your 10th house of career and work. And anyway, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, March is going to be rare and really nice for you. Now, you got the 3 of Wands. So already, I would not be surprised if some of y'all started new jobs or started thinking about new careers. Here's the thing. The 3 of Wands is actually attributed to Sun and Aries. Yes, this card has been coming up in everyone's readings because this month the Sun moves into Aries. Now, this card is really great. It came up in your past. So there is a sense of like, I'm looking, I'm seeing, I'm going to go out there and get the things that I want. Listen, it's all sky here. Okay. What do they say? The sky's the limit. You know that there are things out there and you're going for it now. Okay. And I want you to, all right. It's all about taking action as well, but definitely do that, because with you going out there and going after the things that you see for yourself and envision for yourself, there's a part of like that self-discovery. Okay. It's that self-discovery. It's such a moving thing. And so there is a lot of spirituality in this card as well. And even if you look at the card, it's think about the medieval times. They didn't have like, Netflix or iPhones or any of that. Leaving your village to go out there and explore was a big thing. Okay. So seems like it's going to be a big thing for you because you got the Hanged Man in the heart of your spread. Let me remind you, this is not a weekly reading. It's a monthly reading. This is a really big deal because this card is all about spirituality. Okay. The other reason why it's such a big deal, this card is attributed to Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces. Pisces rules your 9th house of spirituality. Now, there is a sense of surrender that comes with a Hanged Man. And when I say surrender, it's in a good way. It's in a way where you can even see the halo around his head, right? The smile on his face. He put himself here. He hanged himself upside down to see things in a new way. Remember what I said, your 9th house, spirituality, your belief system, how you see things. there's going to be a shift. You're going to start seeing things in a different way, and you're going to appreciate it. And it's because you want to. All right. Look, it's coming after the 3 at once. You want it. You want it. You're preparing for this big transformation. Okay. You're preparing for this big transformation. You're already going through it. I hope you know that. Especially remember Pluto in Aquarius, that's 20 years. All right. It's in your 8th house of transformation. Guess what comes after the Hanged Man, the Death card, the card of transformation. So he's preparing himself for this personal transformation. In order to do that, you have to see things in a different way, and you also have to surrender the things that no longer work for you. The things that you, even again, making that sacrifice in some situations, in terms of like, okay, I've got to definitely let this go because I know it's not my life path, and I just got to move forward, and I'm gonna get there, it starts here with your mindset. It starts with your mindset. Now, Cancer, you got the 8 of Wands in your challenge area. So here's the thing with the 8 of Wands. I wouldn't even worry too much about this one. Looking at your entire spread here, you do see you have strength too. I mean, like you're good. But with the 8 of Wands is in your challenge area, there could be something that you really, it's almost like this month, some things may not like completely land for you yet, and yet is the key word, okay? Because remember, everything happens in cycles and everything happens in an order. And so your big moment actually comes in April. That's going to be a big time. Even May, even May. But April, I would pay attention to April, but it's just saying that there are some things that maybe you may be just like, oh, when is this going to happen? When is this going to be happen? You're going to be fine. It's going to happen. And so this is just saying like, don't get caught up in like low energy frequencies. If things that you want are not, trust that they will. Trust that they will. Okay. Some of y'all may feel like also that things may be moving a little fast for you. And if you feel that they are, and I don't think it's going to be a big thing, but if you do feel that they are moving a little bit fast for you, or maybe not even, just remember, pull in and tap into your intuitive side. That's going to make a huge difference here. Okay. That's going to make a really big difference here. And again, if you feel like things are not like aligning for you the way that they want you want them to, you're about to have this big change, and everything is going to be great. So just don't fall into that like trap of low energy frequencies. Now you have the 7 of Wands in your crown. So looking at everything that's happening here, there is a sense of like really, really just kind of like putting your foot in the ground, drawing a line in the sand. Just, there could be a sense of you having worked really hard to get to where you're at now, and finding that strength to not let anything happen to everything that you've worked hard for, to make sure that it goes through and you see it through. Okay. And finding, this card is all about valor. All right. It's all about self-worth, self-value, and even like your values as well. All right. Remember, you're going through a spiritual month as well. But this blends really well with the fact that you did get strength in the root of your spread. Okay. This is all about that inner strength, that inner courage, and knowing that when you have that strength, you can do anything. You can have anything. You can have anything. You have that confidence. You've got the lion roaring here. So what's really interesting, remember what I said, this is about self-value, even like having that confidence to like really, really draw a line in the sand and say, no, it's got to be my way. I mean, diplomatically, right? But even still, the reason why I say that is because the strength card is ruled by Leo, okay? And you even see the lion here. And so Leo actually rules your 2nd house of self-worth and self-value. So this is a big spiritual month for you, where it's like you will feel this burst of confidence and just knowing who you are and just saying, I've got this. Nothing's going to get in my way. I'm moving into a place where I'm right at home, because you just got the High Priestess in your future. So when I say this is going to be a very spiritual month for you, you want it. You want to, and when I say spiritual, listen, you just think intuition too. Think of intuition, just really going within. And intuition, think of it as a scale. We use intuition every day. You use your intuition every day, especially you, Cancer. You're one of the most intuitive signs. Okay. So just remember that. Okay. Now think about if you were to put your intuition on a scale, this is a month. Like if you said to yourself, okay, maybe I'm like a 5 out of 10. This is a month where you may feel like 7 or an 8. All right. So trust your intuition, because remember, you have to take that action. You have to go within. You have to listen to your inner voice. You have to trust your higher self. You have to do all those things. But you have the high priestess. And so going within. You even see the book of law, the Torah inner lap. Okay. It's half veiled. It's indicating you have to really go beyond the physical realm at this point. To do that, you got to go within. All right. So you have all the answers inside you. If you have questions this month, you have them all inside you. It's a matter of going within to find those answers. And then you'll be cool. You'll be cool. You'll be like, I got this. I got this. And the high priestess is, rules the moon. It's the moon is, you even see the sliver of the moon at her feet, you're associated with the moon in astrology. So again, it is almost like feeling in your comfort zone. You even see like the different phases of the moon in her headdress. Anyway, won't go too much into it, but this is all about just bringing it in and feeling that intuition and letting your intuition guide you and just being very spiritually active, because that's going to make all that difference. All right. And that's going to help you help shape the way that you see things as well. So Cancer, let's do it. Let's see what's let's see what's going on with your stuff. Cancer, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, talk to me, tell me what's going on. You listen, this is a big month for you. And I'm sorry I'm talking so fast, but there's just so much to cover this month. And if you're a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Y'all, I wouldn't be here without you. So I really truly appreciate it, Cancer. And look at you. You're going to be fine. Oh my goodness. Like, could this not, you're good. You're good. Wow. You're really, 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 really good here. Okay. So you're going to be fine. You got, temperance. So let me just make it clear. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas. Okay. So far, this is going to be a significant month for you. Okay. So you got temperance. This is really great. I love the fact that you did get temperance. Okay. Because this is, like I said earlier, this is just saying, listen, everything is going to work out for you. Everyone is on a path. Okay. Everyone, you see the path here. You see where it leads to. The sun in the shape of a crown. You're going to get there. Just, what is it? Patience is a virtue, right? So, and I'm only saying that because you do have the 8 of Wands in the, in your challenge area. 8 of Wands is a Sagittarius card. Temperance is Sagittarius as well. Sagittarius rules your 6th house, okay? Everyday activities. But also work is a big part of it. And, with temperance coming up now, health could be a big thing as well, that you're just like, I want that, maybe you have, an earache and you're just like, I just wanted to get over. I was like, don't stress about it, because that stress is going to, anytime you have these low energy frequencies, like your body feels it too, right? Our body's sacred. It's a temple. But anyway, I'm rambling. Anyway, temperance is just saying, hey, I'm an archangel. I got you. I got you. You've got to trust that everything's going to work out for you. Okay. And just, it's going to restore all this balance and faith in yourself and in the system and in the order, everything that's working out for you. Just, have that temperance. Okay. Temperance literally means self-restraint. So it's saying, like, if things are not happening fast enough for you, or you feel like things aren't aligning for you yet, you have to go within. Okay. You really do have to go within. You're going to know then, once you go within, that you are taken care of. Everything will happen the way that you want it to. So it's really just a matter of trusting that, okay? And trusting your intuition as well. Now, you also got the 9 of Pentacles. So yeah, you're good, okay? So 9 of Pentacles, a lot of abundance here, okay? A lot of abundance. I absolutely love this. What I love about this card is that, you do see the symbol of Venus all over again, by the way, okay? So Venus rules money, love, romance, beauty, all of that. Creativity is a big thing. But there's the reason I bring this up is because Venus is moving into Pisces again in your 9th house of spirituality, which is a big deal. So even still, with the 9 of Pentacles in your external factors area, there could be someone in your life that, yeah, it's kind of like you're the Gonzo to your Kermit, or whatever it is, right? You're Romy to your Michelle. Someone who really, like, someone who really actually is your best bud, or someone who really is nurturing. You find nurturing in a way this and someone that could be very inspiring for you. You know, the Nine of Pentacles, she's sitting in this garden of abundance with pentacles because she got herself here. Okay, she worked hard to get here, and so there is a sense of like also like self-sufficiency here as well. And you could feel it yourself as well. You could feel it like, this is like what's really fueling me. I want this sense of like not having to worry about money, not having to worry about, you know, anything other than just feeling really good, A lot of enlightenment in this card as well, but it could be fueling you to have that like really spiritual moment to really, you know, kind of shape your future in terms of where you want to be. But I absolutely love this for you. And it is, you know, money and wealth as well. There is, there again, it could even be like, a boss. There could be just someone who is supportive, okay? Someone who is supportive, and it could be even with money as well. Now, you did get the Four of Cups, all right? Very interesting that you did get the Four of Cups, but where it falls in your stuff, it's saying that there is going to be a part of you this month where it's like, you don't want to be in a situation where you're closing off your heart. Like, you want to be that, again, in your element where you feel like your nurturing side is coming out, like you have all this love to give, also being like very intuitive and not really like limiting yourself in any way, and really, really wanting the things that you want. Okay. Now with the Four, you have, okay, so with Eight of Wands and the Four of Cups here now, there is a sense the Four of Cups is, you know, associated with apathy. All right. So there is a sense of like, again, if things are not working out for you this month, where where you feel that it's not, remember, everything is, you got to go within, everything is working out. You can even see it here in your final outcome too. It's just saying like, don't get to a place where you're in those low energy frequencies, right? And then you're going to be fine. And the reason why this card should resonate strongly is because it is coming with a Chariot and the High Priestess. This card is attributed to Moon and Cancer. That's why. Anyway, Chariot. Cancer. All right. So this is attributed to Cancer. And so you just pulled your own card in the major arcanas in your final outcome, all about having that determination, that willpower, that strength, that confidence to move forward. Nothing can stop me now. I'm moving past any obstacle, any challenges. It's like water off a duck's back. I've got this. You're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. You've got Seven of Wands, strength, and now the Chariot. You're good. You're absolutely good. Okay. If there are any like dualities that's happening, you know, especially because you have the High Priestess with the two columns here. Now you have the two Sphinxes that are black and white too. If there's any of that, like you're going to be 1000% fine. You have to have that willpower, all right, to kind of like balance any of those dualities. Balance is going to be a big thing because remember, you also got temperance too. And so keep that in mind. You're going to be absolutely fine. Just find that strength to just, I got this. And when I say strength, like being proud of yourself for everything that you have accomplished too. Really leave, you know, that sense of pride. Remember, this is a Leo card. Just in terms of like, I'm proud of myself. Look how far I've come. Look at what I can accomplish. Now I need to go within. I'm going to go within to move forward, to move ahead. Because I do have dreams and I do have goals and I am going to get there and nothing's going to stop me. So you're good. You're absolutely good. Cancer. Let's break it down now. Okay. Let's break it down. See what's going on for you every week. Now, the first week of March, I talked about last week, the very first day, that first weekend of March is so nice. It's so special with the sun sextiling Jupiter. Absolutely love that for you, especially for you, because, you know, that is your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and dreams, but it's also your social network. So I want you to be very social. Okay. It is like a very optimistic day, on the first, a lot of luck. Remember, Jupiter is a planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity. Another day that I really want you to, you particularly pay attention to, write it in your calendar, okay? The 8th, March 8th, because Mercury will conjunct Neptune. I absolutely love this. This is a conjunction where they're both in Pisces, remember, in your 9th house of spirituality. So you could have very strong intuitive messages around this time. You could, get messages from your spirit guides. You could get messages from your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Beautiful day, beautiful day. Okay. Now, on the 9th, this is the biggest day of the week, the 9th, March 9th. Mars is going to square Uranus. I want you to know that around this time, there may be something that has to do with a friend or a group you belong to, someone in a social setting that where you don't see coming, and it could be a little not seeing eye to eye. Okay. Remember, Mars can be like really assertive and aggressive and combative, even competitive too. Right. But it just, this is a square. So it brings out its like side. Squares can be a little bit challenging. So remember also Mars is still in Aquarius at this point. All right. In your 8th house. And there's that intensity with the 8th house. So just be cool. Okay. If there's any power trips, any power struggles, be cool. Stay frosty. All right. Turn everything into a curb your enthusiasm episode. Like you're fine. And this is one of those days where it is like, just don't poke the bear. Don't let any bears poke you. Okay. Don't let any bears poke you. It's funny. And when I say like power trip and struggles, one thing that comes to mind, I think I mentioned this in another reading, my boss, like we will have these really like heated Zoom calls where we talk over each other for like 30 seconds. And it's really funny because we won't let the other person, we'll keep talking until the other person stops. And so it turns into this contest. Remember, it's like competitive or really, and we're both aware of it, which makes it fun. It's like it's comical to us. But if you're not, I mean, that could be something that happens to you where you're just like something that's a little power trippy. Someone's like poking the bear. So just don't be, listen, if Ryan Reynolds does a dance off, in Barbie style and wants things his way, it's like, be the Margot Robbie, be that compromise, just, make things work out in the end. You're going to be fine. Now, the reason why I know that you will be fine is because the same day the sun will sextile Uranus. So whatever challenge or conflict or not seeing eye to eye that may arise this day, it's almost like things will surprisingly work out in your favor with the sun sextiling Uranus. Okay. And it could be like a really nice breakthrough for you. Now on the same day, Mercury does move into Aries. So now, it's like you are ready to have those conversations about your career, about your social status, leadership, things like that. Okay. Because Mercury moves into Aries. This is going to be really big. Your mind's going to be very activated. Really big ideas you could have around this time. Okay. You feel like you're on top of the world. So really use this to your advantage. I absolutely love this for you. So let's see what's going on for you, Cancer, for the, where are we? First week of March. You're good. What's really funny is that you did get the Knight. So you got the Knight of Pentacles, who's Virgo. Okay. The reason why this is really interesting is because Virgo actually rules your 3rd house. Okay. And so Mercury is the native ruler of, the 3rd house. Communication is a big thing. But so there could be some, like I said, conversations that you're going to have that bring this sense of stability, especially in terms of like money. It could be stability and wealth. It is the Pentacles, but Pentacles are your physical reality as well. So remember that there is a sense of, something in your world that you could bring stability. And remember, money is like, career is like, we have careers because we make money. We need to make money, right? So it could be like career related as well. But this is a night that's like in it to win it. But he takes action. Remember, it's taking action and planting seeds, all right, to reap your rewards. And again, no matter how long it takes, because there's something that you may be in it to win it for the long haul now. All right. So, and with that said, on the second week of March, we kick it off on the 10th with a new moon in Pisces. All right. So this is a very spiritual, like very dreamy, very like holistic, meditative new moon. It's very Tulum 1980s. Like this is really like, Pisces, by the way, it is faith. It is healing. It is restorative. It's imagination. It's creativity. So all of that could be like, you could feel all of this. So really, again, the fact that this new moon in Pisces is in your 9th house of spirituality, you will really feel it. You will feel this charge about this day. And so definitely plant some seeds. Okay. Set intentions. You always want to do that. I mean, I say manifest every day, but this, new moons, you want to do that. And listen, the reason why, just to make it clear, we've been doing this since the dawn of time. If you think about ancient civilizations, ancient cultures, they all had rituals around new moon. So when I say set intention, it works. Okay, so it works. So definitely like set intentions, plant seeds around this time. Like you definitely want to do that. And it could be something, you could also be traveling long distance or working on a book. Now, on the same day, Mercury will sextile Pluto. So remember, Pluto offers that depth. There's this depth. So there could be some conversations that you're really having, like deep conversations about career. Remember, Mercury is in Aries. Okay. So there could also be, when I say depth, think about that. Pluto represents the underworld, right? So think about like the Mariana Trenches, right? Let's talk about depth. There's been more people in space than the Mariana Trenches. There are a lot of mysteries and secrets down there, okay? And I say that because that's what Pluto represents. So there could also be some things that you unroot around this time that's like a secret or whatnot. So keep that in mind. But that's going to be a thing. Now, and of course, again, we're going to talk more about this weekly in the weekly reading. Now, on the 11th, Venus moves into Pisces. Venus is exalted in Pisces. This is Venus does really, really well in Pisces, is all I'm saying. So this is, again, a lot of creativity, a lot of imagination, a lot of just this sweetness that's just so nice. So nice. I really absolutely love Venus and Pisces. And it's going to be here all month. Okay. So I think I mentioned, like, if you're an artist, if you're a creative, if you're like a chef, an interior designer, you're going to feel this. You're going to feel so inspired. You're going to feel so artistic. I absolutely love this. So keep that in mind. Now, and remember, at this point, we have the Sun, Venus, Neptune, and Saturn in Pisces. So with that said, let's see what's going on for the second week of March. Two of Swords. All right, so it looks like you are going to have to make a decision. Here's the thing. We're leading up to that, to the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. This card is attributed to Moon in Libra. So you may have to make a big decision that you're starting to feel, all right, because that eclipse is coming up regarding partnerships, relationships, or home matters, something around home, okay? You even see the sliver of the moon here, all right? So you already got it with the High Priestess, so trust your intuition. Trust your intuition, but there is a decision that you may have to make around that time, all right? And it's really just like, take that alone time. Remember, all of your reading here is just saying, go within, okay? And this is a time to go within to the point where you're comfortable taking off that blindfold, okay? And you'll be fine. Now, third week, Cancer, we have another conjunction. We kick it off on March 17th with the Sun conjuncting Neptune. This is a fairy tale of a day. This is a beautiful day. You are going to, I wouldn't be surprised if you have like psychic pops this day, because remember, this is all happening in Pisces, in your ninth house of spirituality. Like, this is going to be a very, like, really heightened compassion this day as well. Mark that in your calendar. Now, on the 19th, and again, we'll talk about it more in the weekly. Now, on the 19th, here we are, the equinox, spring equinox, in the northern hemisphere, fall in the southern hemisphere, and Sun in Aries. Sun is exalted in Aries. Now, this is going to be really big, and you're going to feel Sun in Aries really deeply. And that's why I think April's going to be a big month for you. But the reason why is because you are a cardinal sign like Aries. So you are definitely going to feel a lot of this. Remember, we do have the new moon eclipse in solar eclipse in Aries in April. And we'll talk about that in April. But so you just, at this point, you're just going to appreciate this. You're going to feel very driven. There are going to be new beginnings starting to happen in your life. Okay. Now, on the 21st, I love the 21st, the Sun sextiling Pluto. This is you just powering up. This is you feeling so empowered. You can kick down the door of anything for anything you want. All right. You're going to feel it. You will feel it. We'll talk about this more. And the reason why you may feel a shift around this time too is because on the same day, Venus will conjunct Saturn. Remember, they're both in your ninth house of spirituality. So it's almost like really getting serious about these things. There could also be something in terms of like what I mentioned earlier, like education, publishing, broadcasting, long distance travel, foreign cultures, something around here that where there is like maybe like a finding a balance of like, I want a little bit more of this in my life, but having fun with it. It's kind of like mixing business and pleasure in a sense. Now on the 22nd, Mars moves into Pisces. So now we have Mars and Venus in Pisces all of April. Okay. Again, if you're an artist, creative, like it's just like you just having this wild imagination. You're just being very creative. It's creative and creativity, you know, even if you're not an artist, just being creative in like problem solving and things like that too. But you will feel a really huge boost here, especially spiritually for y'all. Okay. So just remember Mars is, literally energy. Mars is energy, that drive. Okay. So, you'll feel it. Remember, a lot of chemistry with Mars and Venus. So let's see what's going on for you. All right. Cancer, for the third week of March. You're good. You got 2 nights. Look at you. Nights are very active, by the way. They're all on a mission. They all work for the queen. They're all looking for. Listen, this Knight of Swords is great because it's you moving forward, like even mentally, like even with your logic, communication. Remember, you already have Mercury and Aries just driving you in terms of communicating, having conversations. But this is being very bold. The Knight of Swords is bold. He's courageous. Look at him. He's going into the storm, okay? And so there is a sense of you like facing all your truths, okay? And really even just going after the things that you want and being in this mindset where you know you can, like, you're unstoppable, okay? Like the Knight of Swords, all right? So now the last week is when we got the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. That is going to happen on March 25th, 26th, depending on where you live. Just remember, we are moving into the Libra Aries axis, okay? With the nodes, okay? The lunar nodes. We already did last year, but with these eclipses, this one in particular, remember full moons are like completion, culmination, even like turning points in your life. And this is like full stop. Like there is definitely something coming to an end now. All right. And it is something, I want you to see this as liberating. It's like something coming to an end for something new to begin. All these new things that you want. Okay. And again, this is in your 4th house. So there is something around home, family, children. There's something that may be coming to an end for you around this time that you already may be aware of because you're going to be very psychic this month and very intuitive. So you may already be aware of what it is. It's also like, you know, there's a touch of like destiny, a touch of like fate with this. And so it's almost like you even knowing that it's already going to happen, like I said, but it's always good to be like, if you don't, like, be active in it, right? Have something come to conclusion so you can open the door for something else. And it could be even just like, you know, moving from one place to another because the other place is bigger and better and greater. And now you have like room for, you know, the big, teddy bear that's, you know, 30 feet tall that you really, really want in the kitchen for some reason, right? Like it's like all for the better. Okay. But you do you. Now, listen, this is a week where, well, you know what, not just this week, the entire month, I want you to ask yourself, like, what is my purpose, right? I want you to really think about that. Again, very spiritual month, especially for you. All right. So something will be coming to an end. And think of it as just like a book. Like you got to finish one chapter to get to the next chapter, right? So this is, again, something significant around this time. But just ask yourself, what is not serving me well? What has like reached a point of fatigue? Like this is that time. But again, we'll talk about this more, okay? We'll talk about this more when we get to the weekly reading. Just remember, this is, even if you want to, you can think back to what happened October 14th. That's when we had the new moon, where we had the solar eclipse in Libra. Right? So there could be something connected to that around that time, October 14th, 2023. Let's see what's going on for you. Actually on the 28th, Okay, Venus exhaling Uranus. We'll talk about that more in the weekly reading, but there is definitely something happening here that really is going to be super nice for you. Remember, Venus is all about love and money, and Uranus is breakthroughs and surprises. So expect some unexpected things that could be really nice for you this day, especially if you're single. This is a great day if you're single. All right, you could meet the one, you could meet your soulmate this day if you could have a sliding doors moment. So let's see what's going on for you, Cancer, for the last week of March. You got the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, there is something new that is happening for you. You know, 3 is all about creation and the birth of things, but it's also growth and advancement and development. So remember, you already have all this activity in your 9th house of like education anyway, like learning things. But even still, this is really great because there's a sense of like working with others, bonding with others too. So some of y'all could start new jobs. Some of y'all could start new projects, something where other people are involved. And what I love about the Three of Pentacles, yes, it's money. It's money. It's like, you know, working with others for success. And that can be like with money and monetizing things. Remember, Pentacles are your physical reality as well. So always keep that in mind. But what I love about this is at the core of the card, it really is bonding. Okay. So really opening yourself up to other people. I absolutely love that, especially with Venus. Venus exiling Uranus on the 28th, because Uranus is in your 11th house, your social network. Jupiter is there too. So you're going to be very social this month. You may feel very social. And bonding raises your oxytocin levels. Like, it's so good for your soul. But anyway, you're good. You're absolutely good. There's something new happening for you for sure. But definitely a big spiritual month for you, but a really nice one. You're really going to feel this. This one's super nice. Cancer, thanks so much. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Talk to me. Tell me what's going on. Next week, we'll dive deeper into what's going on. Okay, every week. Next week. Okay. Cancer, thanks so much. I will see you next week. Bye bye.